Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fall River Media News, broadcasting live on tonight's show. I didn't get to do my show the other day, Wednesday, but I really want to do one today and talk about my experience out there on the road today. Oh, horrible. Yeah, so it's really horrible out there tonight, and cars speeding all over the roads and people talking on their phones, and we all need to discuss how we're going to deal with this situation, and how we gonna handle this situation where people are talking on their phone and not paying attention where they're going. I mean, this is not really only politics show. This is something else to be talking about. The things that happen over here in Fall River, besides all around the nation and all the craziness that's going on, between the Democrats and the Republicans, and and so forth. I mean, wow. I mean, I never seen anything like this in my life, man. But anyways, let's see what else is happening around the world over here a little bit, and I'm gonna, on the other hand, I'm gonna play some, I'm trying to figure out how we can actually play some videos too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like some football game videos, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that there is things we can do and we can accomplish, to play some of these videos and stuff. I mean, just to ease people's minds a little bit tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. I've been trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know if I need any other stuff. So I'm gonna go and message people and let people know that I am on Facebook, and I'm live on social media. I'm live on my platform, Fall River Media. So I'm gonna message some people right now and let them know what's the story here. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, geez, I'm already there. Ah, goodness. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. I mean, I'm already, I'm gonna share my my video around, and I like people to, see what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know, that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm sharing my video around. My video is public. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody, wants to join my video, I mean, they can, because honestly, I really want to talk about some stuff, and I really do. I like to, actually talk about some stuff, some things that are really going on here in Fall River. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's like that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You have crazy people around sometimes, from time to time, especially when you're walking across the street, or, trying to get to a store or something, things like that, So I just want to go and, how's my voice? I mean, anybody, just give me a heads up, and let me know how my voice is. I like to know, because I don't hear anything. So you can, but I like to. You know what I'm saying? because it's something that we always talk about. Okay, we talk about Fall River. We talk about politicians and how politicians are. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna actually talk about some. So I'm gonna put this. Yeah. So we talk about politicians. You know. So we talk about politicians. You know. And we also talk about other things too. You know what I'm saying? That goes on here in the city of Fall River. You know, and but I mean, just to let you know that I'm live right now on Fall River Media News. Please let everybody know. Yeah. So I mean, we we always talk about what goes on here in the city, right? We talk about how bad people drive, right? We talk about how when people talk on their cell phones, right? So how can we uh, what are we going to do about it? Okay, are we going to enforce the law? I mean, are we going to do that? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll tell you one thing. Um, the I mean the I mean, are we going to enforce the speeding, the laws? People talking on their phones, people running through red lights, and sometimes people fear of walking across the street. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, come on. I mean, do you know do you know people? You know what I'm saying? That would actually uh, walk across the street and get hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know something? People drive crazy. They do, and it is. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? It is. So, but also, what are we gonna do in this upcoming election year? Okay, so let me let's see here. Let me make this bigger. So, what are we gonna do up the upcoming election year when November 5th comes? You know what I'm saying? And we are ready to vote. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I said I was going to be up there, on November 5th, and I'm going to be talking about, the voting, and maybe I could ask somebody questions up there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe. So I don't know. Maybe, and I think with all this going on, I think it would be a great idea. So, but I don't know. I mean, it's something that we people like us, you know. Um, See, I'm already live here. Okay, let's. All right, so we have a couple of I'm going to play some videos over here, and just for a little bit, we're gonna play some political videos. How's that? Look at this. Watch this. So we're gonna be playing some really good. We're gonna play some political videos. And let me tell you something. So we're gonna go public with this in a second. Yeah, because I know there is some. I know there is some videos, politic videos that we can play. Let's see here. I want to play back some, some cool stuff here. That's what I like to do right now. I just do. I just like to play back some cool stuff. So just bear with me a minute. Yeah. Politics is crazy. Just people just, politics, people just do what they want, and it's pretty sad that, that they do, you know what I'm saying? It's, I did had some good movies going on here. I just want to. I had some good movies. I had some good stuff over here. I like to play some really awesome stuff, and and talk about things too at the same time. Yeah, I'm pretty good at I'm pretty good at playing. I'm pretty good at playing stuff. You know what I'm saying? On here. Let's let people watch some good stuff. You see here. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, Ukraine. Let's. Here comes some more. Here comes some more. Let me see here. Politics here. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. What's going on here? Let's see what we got here before I go all live here a little bit. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, kind of like really going live over here a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And just checking out, just checking out some stuff, you know what I'm saying? On, yeah, it's just a little live video going on here, about Ukraine and stuff like that too. So, you know.
We're committed to achieving our goals. All three goals. Destroying Hamas's military and government capabilities, releasing all our hostages.
And attorneys for former President Trump will be in a Washington, D.C. courtroom this morning for a hearing on his federal election interference case. Now, the judge will hear on
election interference, my butt. Yeah, you see that, though?
Indictment in the wake of the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity. Legal affairs correspondent
That was a long time ago.
Has those details.
Thursday's proceeding is a status conference. Attorneys will have to figure out how they
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
left may it be for Judge Tanya Chutkan. She will decide what evidence is allowed in this case after the Supreme Court's landmark ruling on presidential immunity.
Yeah, that's look at that. Donald Trump for president. See that?
Is now back before Judge Tanya Chutkan. This
Trump is federal election interference case.
Supreme Court
This is ridiculous, man. All of this, man. This is nuts.
is presidential immunity.
This is nuts.
Judge Chutkan now has the
This is nuts, man. I'm telling you. I mean,
against Trump.
yeah, look at man. These people, man, are trying to. I mean, I got it live right here too. These people are trying to find Walter. Yeah, these guys. These people are trying to find every which way they can to give Trump the business.
Said the Supreme Court's decision significantly
What a bunch of liars, man. Wow.
But last
Crazy.
Smith unveiled a new superseding indictment against the former president with the same criminal charges, including
This is crazy. This is all lies.
prosecutors say Trump knowingly spread lies that there was fraud in the 2020 election and unveiled
Well, there was fraud in the 2020 election. Come on.
quote exploited the disruption.
Yeah, look at this, man. There was.
Trump has pleaded not guilty and calls this case election interference. Writing on social media, all of these scams will fail, just as deranged Jack's hoax and
It's crazy.
fully dismissed, and we will win the most important election in the history of our country on November 5th. A trial is not expected before the election.
This is crazy.
Chutkan does, it will almost certainly get appealed to the DC Circuit and perhaps ultimately
Wow.
the Supreme
This is nuts. This is all lies.
Joy Burnett, Scripps News.
Oh my God.
The Red Sox are looking good this year.
Well, Red Sox are looking good this year too, as well.
You by now will be free. And there's still
Yeah.
60 months no.
Well, that's why I'm playing two videos, two live feeds, because I want to show you.
Donald Trump's Washington, D.C. based federal election interference case is now back before Judge Tanya Chutkan.
Yeah,
This new
that's
case
all
comes
lies.
2 months after the Supreme Court's
North Korea worse than U.S. will pay price.
presidential immunity.
Yeah, I just got the email.
Judge Chutkan now has the responsibility.
This is all lies, man.
Evidence is allowed against Trump and what's not.
The Supreme Court has left a lot of space now for the lower courts to try to interpret.
Oh my God, what a bunch of lies, all this. That's why I'm playing both videos.
The official scope of the president's actions and which are outside.
Legal experts previously said the Supreme Court's decision significantly weakened special counsel Jack Smith's case. But last week, Smith unveiled a new superseding indictment against the former president with the same criminal charges, including
That is crazy.
obstruction,
What a bunch of lies.
knowingly spread lies that there was fraud in the 2020 election
Well, there was fraud in the 2020 election.
into the Capitol.
I mean, who can deny that?
Personal gain. Trump has pleaded not guilty and calls this case election interference.
It is election interference.
All of these scams will fail, just as deranged Jack's hoax and
This is all scam.
dismissed, and we will win the most important election in the history of our country on November 5th. A trial
This is all scam.
for the election.
I think whatever Judge Chutkan does, it will almost certainly get appealed to the DC Circuit and perhaps ultimately the Supreme Court will weigh in again.
I'm for Joy Burnett, Scripps News, Washington.
Yeah, take a look at this, man.
A New York judge ruled Tuesday that former President Trump cannot request to move his hush money trial case to federal court. That comes months after the former president was found guilty on 34 separate felonies.
That was all a lie. He wasn't even found guilty on anything.
Trump's team asked
They're all a bunch of fraud.
the federal court, saying the New York courts were biased against him and that the trial judge did not adequately review the issue of presidential immunity. Federal Judge Alvin Hellerstein said
Alvin.
in his ruling that those arguments
He's a crooked governor. Alvin.
against Trump is an issue for state appellate courts to decide. Hellerstein did rule on the issue of presidential immunity, saying hush money payments do not fall under a president's official acts. Trump
Wow.
is to be sentenced on September 18th. His team has asked that it be delayed.
Justice, politics aside, the upcoming election marks another.
A New York judge ruled Tuesday that former President Trump cannot request to move his hush money trial case.
Yeah, this is crazy. Man, these people are really reaching. Oh my God. Jesus. Holy mackerel, man, this is crazy.
Love Maggie. From the first time we went out, no, I did not kill Maggie. I did not kill Paul.
Wow.
Lie to them by telling them that you were not down at the kennels on that night.
Yes. But once I lied, I continued to lie. Yes, sir.
Why?
You know, oh, what a tangled web we weave.
Welcome back to opening statements. This morning, we are turning the spotlight on Alec Murdaugh. The
Wow.
convicted killer will now get his day before the South Carolina Supreme Court, as the court has agreed to hear his appeal of his murder convictions for the killings of his wife, Maggie.
Wow. His appeals.
Now, his lawyers say that he deserves a new trial after jury tampering happened by the clerk of court, Becky Hill, who has denied the allegations.
Do you ever instruct the jury to watch him closely immediately before he testified, looking at his actions, looking at his movements? Did you ever tell a jury to do that?
No.
Did you ever tell the jury to pay attention to Mr. Murdaugh's testimony?
Holy shit.
To pay attention, not specifically to his testimony. I did tell the jury to pay attention,
To what?
just generally in the hallway when I was speaking.
Not to him,
No,
just to any witness.
right.
Murdaugh's defense team now has 30 days to file their brief. A hearing date for arguments has not yet been set.
Wow. Holy crap.
Now he has represented 4 of the jurors in this case and some of Alec Murdaugh's victims. Friend to Court TV Network attorney Eric Bland is with us. Good morning, Eric. Great to see you. Could we start, please, with your reaction to the news of the High Court granting his appeal?
Well, you know, Alex and his attorneys always viewed themselves as the organ grinder and the courts as the monkey. But in this case, it's just an ordinary appeal that anybody would do once convicted of murder by a jury. So I'm not surprised that the appeal was taken. It's a little bit of a surprise that it didn't go through the Intermediate Court of Appeals first to get to the Supreme Court. But it's an important issue, the issue of juror interference. And it's going to come down to whether the South Carolina Supreme Court believes that Justice Toll, the former Chief Justice who heard the motion for a new trial, was correct when she ruled that not only do you have to show that there was a potential inappropriate comment or inappropriate conduct by the
Holy mackerel. Look at that. Wow.
influence their jury verdicts. The defense says that they should have applied the federal standard, which is all you have to show is the inappropriate communication or inappropriate conduct by Becky Hill, and you do not have to show the corresponding effect that it would have on the jury. There's also other appellate issues they're going to hear, which is the evidentiary issues on the financial crimes being admitted, and he claimed that the trial should have never taken place in Walterboro and he should have gotten a change of venue. But the clear constitutional issue is going to be on the standard applied by former Chief Justice. And if he loses in our Supreme Court, he's taking this all the way up. Alex has nothing but time. He'll be in jail for a prison for the rest of his life for the financial crimes that he was pled guilty to. So he has nothing but time, and this is going to be his recreation, which is burdening the legal system with continuing appeals.
Eric, I'm curious what you think. I feel like the million-dollar question. So many people who follow this case all around the world. I'm sure listeners to your podcast, Cup of Justice, have asked you, do you really think it's likely that the court could overturn his convictions? I mean, your legal opinion on how likely it is that that could happen.
It's probably very close. You know, I believe he's guilty. I believe that there was overwhelming.
Oh yeah, well they believe he's guilty.
Crimes. I think his behavior, his lies, the circumstantial evidence was strong of guilt. But for our system to work, it's got to work for the worst of us, not just the best of us. And Alex, even though he is the worst of us, is entitled to a fair and impartial trial. And if it is shown that this clerk of court tried to influence the jury for whatever reason, whether it was for a book or other reasons to see that he was guilty, and that Justice Toll should have applied the Supreme Court standard, then I would support the reversal. I think she did apply a correct standard, but you know, in my career, if there's a United States Supreme Court on point, and somebody has a constitutional right to a fair and impartial jury under the Constitution, he may end up getting a new trial.
Wow. Eric, just to think about another trial happening, we know some of the biggest pieces of evidence would be introduced over. The cell phone video from Paul's cell phone, arguably the key to the case. Let's look back at that clip together now.
Get that. Quit, Cash. Quit. It's all right. Oh, man. Come here, Cash. Hey, he's got a bird in his mouth. Hey, Bubba. It's a guinea. There's a chicken. Come here, Cash. Come here, Cash. Quit.
And Eric, as we know, this video blew up his alibi. You know, unbeknownst to him, he was on that recording. I mean, if he were to get another trial, do you think we would see him still going with that alibi of I was at Mom's house and I didn't do this?
Even if he doesn't, it'll be used against him. There's their prior admissions. You know, whether he goes forward with there was a different theory and continues to go with the two-shooter theory. Look, they've seen how the prosecution has tried their case. They will modify it a little bit. Maybe he won't go on the witness stand. He obviously did that at the advice given to him by his attorneys. So we would see possibly a different defense. I don't think we're going to see much of a different prosecution now. Whether Judge Newman is the trial judge coming back, if there's a new trial, I doubt he would be. Another judge may not let in all the financial crimes, but that video and his behavior after he called the police at 10:07 p.m. and having totally clean clothes after claiming hugging and grabbing his son, who was full of blood and dirt.
That's crazy.
And all of the admissions he made to the police officers during his first interview, I think he's going to get convicted again. But again, Julie, we need to have a system that's fair for the worst. And
yeah, we do. We need to have a system that's fair for the worst.
Standard, and it's proven that
it's crazy.
Statements that went beyond ministerial statements of what do you want for lunch, how do you get to and fro court, then he would get a new trial. But remember, there's only one witness who said that she said those statements. The 6 jurors I represent, not just 4, they testified and said they never heard her say anything other than ministerial.
That's crazy.
So will a court of Supreme Court believe one person over the other 11 who testified and said nothing untoward was said?
Oh, wow, that's a great point, Eric. That's a really great point. And of course, I'm in agreement with you. if his constitutional rights were violated, if his right to a fair trial was violated, absolutely, he deserves a fair trial, as you said.
Well, if he was violated, then yeah, I mean, yeah, the guy deserves a new trial.
Last question for you, please. We know that he's appealing his federal financial crimes case after he pleaded, and I think that's puzzled a lot of people.
Wow.
You know, he pleaded, he got a 40-year sentence there, stealing from millions of his clients, some of those clients who you represent. He's saying that his sentence was 10 years more than the statutory recommendation and too harsh under the Constitution. That's his defense team's legal argument. What do you say to that?
I think it's just not a good argument. He pled guilty. He knew what he was pleading into. His attorney waived any arguments.
This is the guy right here.
The judge gave 45 days advance notice of an upward enhancement was going to be done. And his crime was so unique. I think it's not cruel and unusual under the 8th Amendment. I think the Fourth Circuit's going to reject it outright.
Eric Bland, always great having your legal expertise. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. We'll see you soon and hear you on Cup of Justice. Take care.
Some new developments this morning in the Alec Murdaugh case. The South Carolina Supreme Court will hear an appeal from the convicted double murderer. The court will decide if Murdaugh should be given a new murder trial after claims of jury tampering. Murdaugh is serving 2 consecutive life sentences for the murders of his wife Maggie and his son Paul. No date has been set for the appeal.
Wow, yeah. Well, that's it. Well, this is, right now on Daily Wire, I just wanted to point out that the feds raided the home of a New York City Democrat Mayor Eric Adams' top aide. Was investigated. Just raided his home. So federal law enforcement officers conduct a raid on several of New York City Democratic Mayor Eric Adams and the top aide this weekend, and what appears to be a new criminal investigation that is unrelated to the federal corruption investigation into Adams and his campaign alleged ties to Turkish government. And a local ABC News affiliated reports that FBI executed a search warrant at the home of Deputy Mayor for Public Safety and Philip Banks and a home of shares of the first Deputy Mayor Shannon Wright and a school counselor David Banks. The New York Times reported that the investigation is also seized by phones, belongings, and New York City Police Commissioner Edward Canavan and Timothy Pearson, and a senior advisor to the mayor. The Times and added that the consulted Terrence Banks was also searched. Terrence Banks, his brother with Phillips Banks and David Banks. Investigators have not indicate that to us that the mayor of the staff of was a target of any investigation. Claimed that the City Hall lawyers Liz Zuckerberg, as a former member of the law enforcement and the mayor's, has repeatedly made clear that all members of the team needed to follow the law. That is crazy. Wow, my God. Whew. This is so unfair. You know what I'm saying? It is. It is. It's this is like so unfair. You know. It's nuts. A criminal investigation is beginning to run out of the Southeastern District in New York City, in focusing on government corruption cases and focusing with which New York, which focuses on government and corruption cases, and also conducting separated criminal investigations into Adam. Yeah, New York is reporting this last month of the prosecution in this case involving Turkish government, and recently served as a new round of a grand jury suspense of their criminal investigation, including to Adam himself, and whom they are now investigating. So it's like prior to the development of most information that was publicly available, pointed by prosecutor focusing only on this campaign is not the mayor. Yeah, so this is like really crazy. I mean, it's like nuts out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Turkey tickets for AIM racist are sale now by 4 there's but you know, this is like easy ticket to ride. Mike rates Adam alleged to intervention provide the ways for Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. What a mess! Oh God, this is like so a mess. I'm gonna go live again here. We have more video politics. I gotta wait till it comes back so we have more videos and stuff going on here. I don't like ads.
The heightened tensions will spearhead a greater exodus of Venezuelan migrants throughout the Americas. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera.
The power of film is connection.
It's about the smiles, the sadness, the greatness, the triumphs, and sometimes just the regular days. It's the stories that people tell about the lives we live.
Joel?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
In the Oregon City where the Supreme Court case originated that reshaped how communities in the West can approach homelessness, a unanimous vote to designate 4 spots for camping in Grants Pass Wednesday night.
This is an actual parcel that stands alone.
And
This
3
is
spots
how
camping
people are
is only
living.
allowed for 24 hours before a person must move on to a different spot. And the other, they can remain for 96. Any person camping on any other public property will be given 72 hours notice to move as per Oregon state law. The penalty will be a $50 fine.
I don't want them in our parks, but I also don't want to have something that's going to create more of what we already have.
The voting happening after passionate public comment. Some believe it goes too far, others not far enough.
Everybody wants to sit up here and talk about where they should go or how many times they should move. How about give them a home?
There's no perfect plan. We're just doing the best we can, no matter what we do.
Because you don't want to make a plan, that's why.
The SCOTUS ruling at the end of June said that penalizing someone for sleeping outside when there is not sufficient shelter available is not cruel and unusual punishment. Since then, state and local leaders in the West and beyond have been cracking down on homeless encampments, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, who last month urged state agencies to move urgently to address dangerous encampments, which he says present threats to public health and safety to both the homeless and to others. Escondido, California is set to do that, enacting a ban on camping Friday.
It includes a posted notice for the encampment. We want to give our parks back to families, our parking lots back to businesses.
Des Moines, Iowa also recently gave initial approval to fines for sleeping on public property, and camping bans have been introduced in a couple places in Minnesota. Proponents believe it's the communities themselves that should have the power to decide what's best and how to handle homelessness.
You go and you enforce these bans, but you don't provide an alternative for folks, then they're just going to be displaced.
Sarah Hunter is the director of the RAND Center on Housing and Homelessness. She says RAND's research in California shows that encampment sweeps did not result in long-term decreases in unhoused people. In another study, researchers found that displacements from sweeps increased mortality and hospitalizations.
We're going to see is just like an increased cost to society, not only for the enforcement of the encampments, but also folks then cycling in and out of emergency rooms, people dying prematurely.
While communities work to address camping, Hunter hopes that it is paired with creating housing opportunities and research-backed approaches. Vanessa Bashania, Scripps News.
And the Minnesota Supreme Court is upholding a law that restores the right to vote for individuals with felony convictions. The court upheld the 2023 law that allows felons to vote once they've completed their prison sentences. The law is popular with Democrats in the North Star State. In fact, Tim Walz, the state's governor and newly announced running mate to Vice President Harris, first signed the law. The decision comes as early voting is underway for the state's primary election next week.
Pause for the facts. Susie here is shopping for a used car, but she doesn't know that nearly half of them have been in an accident.
Interesting.
But Carfax.com shows how accidents impact price, so she doesn't have to overpay. Unpause. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
There's an extreme movement and agenda. Project 2025. Well, by the way, they're serious, man. They're planning another onslaught attacking...
What a nut.
For example, Project 2025 calls aggressively attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Joe Biden, what a nutcase. That's when he was president.
This extreme MAGA movement even proposes to end birth rate citizenship.
Oh, what a clown this guy is. Yeah, go back in your basement. Let him go back in his basement.
The court is not self-policing. The court is not dealing with the obvious conflicts of interest. We need a mandatory code of ethics for the Supreme Court, and we need it now. Most recently and most shockingly, the Supreme Court established in Trump versus the United States a dangerous precedent. They ruled, as you know,
He's a liar.
the United States has immunity for potential crimes.
He's a liar.
In office, immunity. This nation was founded on the principle there are no kings in America. Each of us is
Biden's a liar. Yeah, he's a liar. Look. Supreme Court. Yeah. Governor Kavanaugh.
The Red Sox are looking good this year and could win the World Championship. And if they do, everything you buy now will be...
Of course the Red Sox are looking good.
60 months, no interest. Experience the fun at Jordan's. It all ends Sunday.
Do they hate our country? They must hate our country.
One of the best presidents of the United States. Yeah, one of the best presidents that we had. Crazy. California with homeless people. What a mess.
The Red Sox are looking good this year and could win the World Championship. And if they do, everything you buy now will be free. And you still get up to 60 months, no interest. Experience the fun at Jordan's. It all ends Sunday.
I wish people really understood how important the decision at the Supreme Court ruling is. What it said essentially is that we are a race-blind country.
This is the 411 with Jessica Washington. Today we're on with Randy Bryant, DEI disruptor, speaker, and consultant to talk about the attacks on diversity, equity, and inclusion. tell us about the history of diversity, equity, inclusion, affirmative action? Like, how did we get these kinds of terms and concepts?
DEI came to be really when there was the need for us, if we're honest. Truman signed an act to allow the armed forces to become desegregated because they needed bodies to fight. And then it continued.
Yeah, see, yeah, so I'm going to put this a little bit.
With disabilities,
Yeah.
women have come along and, of course, benefited.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to read up here a few more because I have to go to work tomorrow morning. I'm not going to, focus on. I'm not going to be playing music tonight. I mean, videos. So I want to kind of like really focus on some things here. Let's see here. What do we got here? Well, we got some news over here. Let's see here. What's going on over here with this nonsense? Oh, correctional officer rape and purchase an underwear from an inmate. DNA says, wow. New York Apartments is coming. New apartments are coming to Fall River. Yeah, here we go with the market rate housing crap. Fall River woman is facing breaking and entering with drug charges after assaulting the mother. She allegedly just robbed her. So yeah. So wow. I mean wow. But I know what this is. This is right on South Main Street. This thing here, right on South Main Street. Yeah. Holy mackerel, man. So, diversity. Yeah, I don't want to watch that. Yeah, so, hidden immigrant accused of, wow. Good. Went to jail. Man accused of, removing his GPS monitor, arrested in legal gun charges. Massachusetts landlord is facing lawsuits over price algorithm. CFC is reading for more fuel assistance season. Owned by affordable Amazon store, totally risky-free. CNN political director warned of troubling signs for Harris and compared to the huge Trump numbers in a key demo. Look at this. Donald Trump 71%, 65%, 64%, 63%, 53%, 54%. Now for Kamala Harris, 27%, 31%, 31%, 31%, 36%, and 41%. Trump's numbers are higher. Trump numbers are higher than Harris right now. Wow. Wow, this is like ridiculous. Let me see what the numbers over there. Okay, that was in Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Yeah. I mean, yeah, look at this. Fall River student resents new school policies and phone storage. Yeah, well, yeah, did you guys hear about that? I mean, yeah, the Fall River School Department, Fall River School Department, their phones, they're not, the kids can't bring the phones to school. Wow, that's great. You know what I'm saying? The kids, they can't bring the phones to school. Well, because you want to know why? Because the teachers caught up with them with their AI, artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And they've been using their homework. You know, they've been using that for their homework to do the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, it tells you, right? So, I mean, you know, it's sad. So these kids have no cell phones in schools, and which is good. There shouldn't be any cell phones in school. Okay, they shouldn't. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because homework, when they're in school, they're supposed to be paying attention to what the teachers are saying, okay? Never mind in their classrooms going like this with their cell phones and playing games and not paying attention what the teachers are doing. So which is good. I mean, now the teachers will get more attention from the students now for this year. You know what I'm saying? So of course, you know what I'm saying, it's best that way. You know what I'm saying? You know, the DOJ's new evidence is likely in Trump's Cup trial. Yeah. Man, this is like crazy, man. I mean, these people are still trying. They're still trying. You know what I'm saying? But Trump is innocent. Okay, innocent. The man did not do anything wrong. Okay, and this is let me see here. MSBC is reporting this stuff. Okay, MSBC. And look at it, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people are trying to come up with every single. And the judge says the selection is not relevant to the Trump Cup trial. Well, I mean, come on, man. These people are crazy, man. I'm telling you. These people are nuts, you know. I mean, they got all these people coming into, all these people coming over the border. The border's still wide open. And you know something? And look at it. You know what I'm saying? The border's still wide open. You know what I'm saying? And everyone, the border's closed. No, the border is not closed. The border is still wide open. You still got people coming in here, okay? And look, I just played a tape on California, okay? I just played a video on California. Look at California. California is a mess, okay? California's got more homeless people over there, living in parks, living on the street and everything else over there. You know? Look, I mean, I just played. November. Look at all these lawsuits. November 2020 lawsuits. Electoral status overturned votes. Indicted. Coverage overturned votes. Yeah, I mean, look at all this. I mean, this is all. I mean, these people are trying so hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're trying so hard to, to bring Trump down, and they can't do it. Okay, the guy's got immunity. The man's got immunity. Okay, and Trump pleaded. Trump did plead not guilty, and the new suspense indictment and a couple. Yeah, he did. He pleaded not guilty, and the guy's not guilty at all of these crimes. Okay, and they're still trying to fabricate crimes against the former president of the United States, which is a wrong thing to do, okay? They are desperate, okay? They are so desperate to do this on this former president. Oh, my gosh. How to watch Trump and Harris debate. So, let me see this. Former President and Vice President Kamala Harris will meet on the debate stage in just a few days. High stakes test that could offline financial 2 months after turmoil presidential race and the lead up to the September 10th debate, and the two campaigns argued over the stage ruling. And Trump is raising questions about whether he would attend both campaigns. Appears to have signed an agreement with the debate Prime Minister. So Trump already agreed to debate Harris. And look at, and I'm good. And I love talking about politics. I do, because you know why? Because this particular politics, this particular one, okay, is very interesting to me because now, do you people remember, okay, what happened in 2016 when Donald Trump, okay, beat Hillary Clinton in 2016, okay, and everyone says that, oh, Hillary was victorious. She wasn't victorious, okay, because I looked at all the videos, I listened to every single video that when during the 2016 debate, Hillary Clinton was not victorious, okay, she was not, okay, and then I listened to Biden's video. Guess what? Biden wasn't even victorious either because, and now with all this stuff going on, okay, and now the truth is coming out and the Democrats are jumping on board with the Republicans and everything. Okay, look at it. Okay, look at it. Look at the VIP Harris. Okay, look at Harris. Okay, Harris. Okay, is VIP. Okay, his brother is joining the Trump's the Republican Party. Okay, and you know something? Welch's whole family, Robert Welch, his whole family, okay, is joining the Trump campaign too as well. Okay, now look at, I'm telling you, I mean, it's Trump's federal election interference case is back in front of the D.C. judge today. You know something? This is bull. Okay, it is. It's okay. I don't want anybody to see what's in my other house. So this is bull. Okay, I mean these people are coming up with everything in a book that they can throw at Trump. Okay, but you know something? They're not going to do it. Okay, they're not. Okay, these guys. These guys are crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're nuts. And I'm gonna be totally straight up with you. They're crazy. You know what I'm saying? When people try to trying to do this to him, I mean, come on, man. Are you serious? Just put with all this law far and weaponization directly out of the office of political opponents, but the weaponization is So it's Trump talked about this, the weaponization. Okay, I mean Trump talked about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's ridiculous. How they how they gonna? All right, look at this. The federal court was held the first Trump hearing since the lawmakers in Superior Court, okay, with Kavanaugh and so, I mean, I'm looking right now. I'm kind of. I wish I can show you guys this video. I wish, because I'm looking at all these things that are going on right now from 2020 election, okay. Every single video that I'm just watching right now, okay, when people were let out, okay, of the barricades and everything. So yeah, when people were let out the barricades and all, yes, and they try to frame Trump for all this, okay. This is nuts, okay. It is. I mean, you can't. I mean, you gotta have solid evidence, okay? I mean, there was people let out of the gates, okay? You had Antifa, you had Black Lives Matter there, you had all kinds, okay? And and you can never tell, okay, who was what, okay? Because there was a lot of everything going on over there. What about Abby? What about the the former Air Force veteran, okay, that was shot and killed during that during that what do you call it there riot over there, okay, Air Force veteran. Why is how and you know something? And why isn't anybody mentioning that? Okay, she's an Air Force veteran. Okay, so well, I mean, why isn't anybody mentioning that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could go back and back and back and back because right now I have an extra TV I can watch and I can play so many videos on what happened in 2020, what happened in 2026. 2016. I can play back all these things, okay? And you know something, and I can show you facts, okay? But I'm right now, and yeah, look at all this, man. I'm telling you, and a new video was showing horrible movements when the 49ers was playing Ricky Pearsall was shot on ABC. Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, I saw that video. That was a crazy one. Coming up on Friday, September 6th, Education Spell Reports by Fox News 2 hours ago. I'm playing back all videos, okay? And you know something, I'm going to go on again, and I'm going to go on again, and I'm going to play some some more videos, okay? And I'm going to play it live too, because this is kind of like, I want people to see, I'm gonna let me see there. The Harris and Trump sold protein tenders, trade objectos. This is like all Portuguese. Some of these I ain't gonna play that. But I really want to go back and play some more videos and see what's going on over here. So this is Ukraine global against Russia risky. Coming blunders. So yeah, all right. So this is Russia stuff.
And weakening Kiev's frontline.
This is Ukraine.
Ukraine's surprise incursion into Kursk aimed to divert Russian troops from the front lines of eastern Ukraine in an effort to reshape the battlefield. Putin says Russian forces are now gradually pushing Ukrainian soldiers out of Kursk and that recruitment rates have risen. The incursion has achieved other goals for Ukraine, though, including destroying Russian military assets and taking territory and prisoners for negotiating leverage. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has also appointed a new
Vladimir
and 2 deputy prime ministers amid a massive cabinet overhaul. This comes as Putin teasingly said he supports Vice President Kamala Harris in the upcoming U.S. presidential election.
Oh, what a traitor.
Joining me now is retired Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, a former national security advisor for then President Trump, and his new book is At War with Ourselves, My Tour of Duty in the Trump White House, which is remarkable. So, first of all, it's great to see you, H.R. Let's talk about
Great to be you, Andrew.
Well, I've been looking forward to this so much. I want to talk to you about Vladimir Putin's claims. He's smirked and he said he prefers Kamala Harris. All of our intelligence agencies saying that Russia is actively preferring and supporting Donald Trump. That was the basis of their charges yesterday.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, he's an operator, and what he's doing is doing everything he can to undermine our confidence in the democratic process and in our institutions. I haven't read the whole report yet, but it's quite well done. What I think, though, Andrew, this is a setup, right? It's a setup. I really don't think that Vladimir Putin cares who wins our elections as long as large numbers of Americans doubt the legitimacy of the result. So I think what we all can do is not fall for it this time. I mean, we know what his playbook is. They get more and more adept at it. And I think that, his statement yesterday, the activities of...
And now Vladimir Putin is supporting Harris now?
Organizations that are running this influence campaign, really what they want to do is erode our common identity as Americans, pit us against each other, and reduce our confidence in who we are and in our institutions.
And we're focusing on Russia because that Vladimir Putin.
This is crazy.
We want to point out that Merrick Garland and the government is saying that China and Iran also actively trying to influence our campaign by focusing on false, disagreements, promoting disagreements and infighting in the U.S. as well. Putin today also claimed that Ukraine's incursion in the north of the northern border there has failed to slow Russia's advances. Was that incursion a mistake, given that Russia has retaliated big time? Do you worry that also Trump is going to help Putin, if Trump is elected, force Ukraine into making concessions and basically surrendering its independence?
I'm concerned about sustaining support for Ukraine. I think it was a good decision to make the incursion and to get out, from under the electromagnetic warfare and air defense umbrella, so that the Ukrainians could strike, at some of these long-range assets that they were being bombarded with impunity.
It's crazy.
I think really what's necessary at this stage is to lift some of the restrictions, on the munitions and weapon systems we provided, and to build the confidence of the Ukrainians that they will have sustained support. I do worry about President Trump's desire for a big deal. I mean, I think, Putin, plays everybody, right? He's an operator. And he'll appeal to the president, President Trump, if he gets reelected, to his desire to have some kind of a big deal and to have some kind of an entente with Putin. But, Putin is determined. He's determined to drag everybody else down under the theory that he can be sort of the last man standing and can restore Russia to national greatness. He's told us that with the essay that he penned just a few months before he conducted the massive reinvasion of Ukraine. So I think we have to take him at his word to recognize that a ceasefire is not going to solve the problem. And Ukraine,
we do need a ceasefire.
Can regain the initiative and initiate some sort of a negotiated settlement under favorable conditions. I mean, I think what we've seen is Putin has decided, hey, he can't have all Ukraine thanks to the valor and the sacrifices of the Ukrainians. But he's decided, well, if I can't have Ukraine, Ukraine can't have Ukraine either. And we're going to see this continued onslaught until Ukraine's allowed to not only shoot down the arrows that are coming at them in the form of these glide bombs and missiles, but also have the opportunity to kill the archer on the other end with some of these longer range systems.
And of course, Putin, we should point out to anyone who doesn't know that, is former KGB, the predecessor of the FSB. So he was an intelligence guy for his whole career in East Germany, prominently.
Putin claims that Ukraine is in collusion, failed.
US officials, the Israeli defense minister, the spy agencies, they're all clearly frustrated. The prime minister,
Look at that.
they say, is raising so many obstacles that there can't be a ceasefire, there can't be a hostage release. I mean, we know Hamas is at fault for starting this.
Well, we do. I mean, Hamas is at fault for this.
At this point, NBC is reporting that the U.S. is considering options to try to deal through our partners with Hamas directly for a limited hostage release of the American surviving hostages and some others. Is that smart right now, given that our ally, the Israeli prime minister, is ignoring his people, his defense minister, and everyone else, and refuses to concede?
Well, Andrew, I have a different perspective on this, and I understand the arguments in favor of pushing hard for a ceasefire at this moment, for the humanitarian purpose of stopping the suffering of innocents and getting the release of the hostages. But really, Andrew, I don't think there's any other option but to destroy Hamas. And the reason.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, how else we're going to get rid of them?
Political order in Gaza. Palestinian political order.
I mean, we have to get rid of Hamas. You know what I'm saying?
The defense minister, Gallant, says, and the intelligence say they can't be destroyed, quote, destroyed. You've done as much as you can.
Well, Sinwar is still alive, right? And
Wow.
These leaders are still hiding, probably in Khan Yunis, they think, at the moment. So I think they have to be hunted down because they deserve to be hunted down after the heinous attacks of October 7th and so many acts of murder and terrorism.
Jesus, man.
Before and after that. But there can't be, if you care about, there's a lot of talk about, hey, can we ever get on the path to a two-state solution? Can there be an enduring peace between Israel and the Palestinians? You can't get on that track as long as Hamas is in control of Gaza. And so if you believe in some kind of a two-state solution, that step A to get there has to be the destruction of Hamas, the emergence of a new security order in Gaza, maybe a multinational one with the Emiratis and Egyptians and others pitching into that to give space for a new political order to emerge there. Andre, if you say, hey, I'll be the mayor of Gaza, guess what's going to happen? Within a few minutes, you're going to get a bullet in the head. So I think that people are looking past, that fundamental precondition for any kind of enduring peace, and to get rid of the organization, Andre, that has diverted so much assistance from the Palestinian people into its terrorist infrastructure, an organization that really is committed to destroying Israel and killing all the Jews. Hey, that doesn't sound like their side of
They want to kill all the Jews.
I just think
They want to kill all the Jewish people. That's not right.
Of course, I would welcome a ceasefire.
That's crazy. I'd be looking forward for a ceasefire, and that's it. And come up with a treaty or something,
A couple of quick questions. In your book, you talk about a 13-day trip to Israel, during which former President Trump, he was tired, he was irritated, he was aged. He's now 78.
Trump's advisor speaking.
Stamina and focus to be present.
Well, I'm not with him now. Just as like you and I are both looking at him, it seems like he can get around fine. He has plenty of energy at his rallies, for example.
Well, hey, I think they should come to Lieutenant Jen Harris.
What I write in the book is that the demands are cognitive.
Well, if you want, they could also come with you come with a ceasefire and start coming up with treaties and stuff.
And also taking the president's daily brief, which he didn't seem to pay a whole lot of attention to. I also want to ask you quickly about Arlington, because military has criticized it. The defense is he was invited, but he went to Section 60, where photographs are not allowed, and they did a video and put it out as a campaign video on TikTok. Was that wrong?
Yes, it was wrong, Andrew, no doubt about it. I think that anytime you try to politicize the military overall, but then to politicize those who made the ultimate sacrifice in our name, should be regarded as unconscionable, and I think that what we've seen lately, this fits kind of a pattern, Andrew, where I think people in both political parties try to cloak themselves in the military, and what that you don't want to drag the military into.
Of course, he was there. It was
politics. It's destructive.
Trump was at Arlington Cemetery, putting a wreath there. Where was Biden? Where was Harris?
I remember back to, I think it was April of 20.
They didn't do it. Anything.
21. When President Biden went to Area 60 to announce the complete withdrawal from Afghanistan, and I thought, hey, how can he think that's a good idea? Standing among those who made the ultimate sacrifice, and then to say, hey, we're just going to withdraw from Afghanistan. So I think this is indicative for both President Trump and President Biden. There's a real disconnect between even our most senior political leaders and understanding. They don't understand really why America's warriors fight, why we serve, and so I think we need to maybe educate ourselves about the professional military ethic.
And that is what you do in That War with Ourselves. It's a great book, retired General H.R. McMaster.
Yeah.
Andrew, you're in that book.
There is that. Oh, you're in that book. Oh, boy.
In Mellon Auditorium. When I saw you, so thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Household expenses are higher, and at National Grid, we know more of our customers can benefit from extra assistance.
Oh yeah, rents are up. Yeah, of course the house is no cost to homeowner energy.
We'll assess your
Yeah.
and help find ways to reduce your energy
Look at that.
like getting up to
Always find something.
saving upgrades based on income eligibility. Get started now and see what you may qualify for at ngrid.com/start saving.
Alexa, start my day.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna shut this TV off now, and I'm gonna do a little bit more here, and gonna head to bed because I gotta work tomorrow. So let's see what else is going on here. Florida teenager pleaded not guilty and committed without bail after city shooting. Wow, city shooting. That's awesome. Fucking people, man. Unbelievable. Man charged with shooting the death of a girl 7 and ordered held without bail. Massachusetts drivers who repeatedly hit an Asian American man getting 18 months in prison. Wow. Fall River All-Star can eat hot dogs at nighttime and a good cause. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. Massachusetts loan repayment program is to offer $8.3 million in new funding for behavioral health workers. Which is good because, you know why? It's good because for children with autism, you know what I'm saying? For children with autism, young adults, you know what I'm saying? That, they can use that $8.3 million in new funding for behavioral health workers, so that way people can, get the services that they need for their children. Bernard McDonald III wins the other term of Registers of Deeds. Bernard McDonald III wins the other term as a Registers of Deeds. He sees the non-official total. That is great. That is great. Trump is attending the argument on Friday in a Jean Carroll judgment of an appeal source. Ten questions of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump must answer in their presidential debate. Oh, he's good. Polling experts, country and banner districts and raid and assault and a 15 arrest and habitual offenders and highlighted challenges with radicals. 25 mass countries are now in high risk of West Nile, Virginia. 10 have elevated EEE warnings. Bristol County Sheriff, Massachusetts legislators was right to fund inmates' call. Direct weather and a man who got unusual $20 billion from the ATM machine. Stole it. What a thief. Federal prosecutor filed a new indictment against this is crazy. State fights upholding assault weapons bans on federal court. Why should they suspend up in the assault rifles, man, Judge approves stored health care and cells of 5 mass hospitals. Hospitals were family hospitals. New Bedford police arrested a 15 on crackdown on County Street in a bar district. Okay. So ought to be fun. Social Security benefits age 65 versus 67 will you need to know. Watch videos and showing that drivers went down on wrong sides of the road highway on Route 2 Wednesday. FRCA city is still deadlocked on overturning the new teacher contract. Attack on Massachusetts transgender teen being investigated as possible of a hate crime. Federal science aspect of should not be ignored. Jonathan role of House GOP is a shutdown fight. Tiverton Fall River fire crews extinguishing fires after competent assistance out of the burning home. Fall River residents is $15,000 plus debits are using this new program for resolving everything. Judge accept Hunter Biden's plea change and saving of a trial. Here is a paycheck for more McDonald's workers and their jaw-dropping floor. Heroic is seeking a limited inmate call due to cost of security and concerns. Rare to deadly disease in New England hotspots warning against going out at nighttime. Who wants to go out at night? Gold Star families put out statements saying that Kamala Harris never reached out to them. Yeah, they put it. Yeah, see, this is what I have the video right here. Okay, so I will. Yeah, Vice President, President. I have. Look at Trump. Trump reached out to them. Okay. There it is right there. Okay. He went to Arlington Cemetery. Okay. He did. He went to Arlington Cemetery. Biden and Kamala Harris did not show up at Arlington Cemetery to put a wreath there. It's crazy, man. You know, it's nuts. People see, Kamala Harris and Biden did not go to Arlington Cemetery to put a wreath there to to grieve with the families. Okay, they did not do it. Okay, they did not pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I'm going to go there." They did not do it. Matter of fact, our former president Donald Trump went to Arlington and he sat there and he was grieving with the families because they know that they lost a son under the Biden administration. Okay? They lost their son under the Biden administration. When Biden pulled out the military, okay, and I still say it to this day, when Biden pulled out the military, okay, and left the civilians there, okay, you know, and the civilians, they were getting slaughtered and everything, okay, pregnant women, children, and everything. Yeah. So anybody, I'm going to tell you this, okay, and I'm going to say it one more time, okay, because I want to make sure that you guys hear this very clearly. If you guys put Harris in there, I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be people that she's going to do the same thing, okay? And you know something? And she's going to do the same thing, okay? You know, like Biden did, okay? You know, yeah, because Harris has got a bad pass, okay? She does, okay? And so is her VP, okay? Her VP, too, has got a bad pass, too. He's got scam and corruption charges against him, even on a DUI, too. So, I mean, that should count, right? So, he's got a DUI against him, okay? And plus other stuff. But his brother Robert Walsh is joining the Trump campaign, okay? And so is the Walsh, his whole family is joining the Trump campaign too as well. So, because they don't want Harris in there, okay? So they don't want her in there. So she didn't, they don't want her in there. But when she was vice president for for Biden, she didn't do a damn thing, okay? She didn't do nothing. And then now she's running for president, Okay, and now she's running for president. Now she's stealing Trump's, what do you call it? She's saying, I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's like Trump is like, what the hell, man? You're going to build a wall? Well, if you want to build a wall, well, Trump's saying, if you want to build a wall, then why don't you hop on the Trump train? You know what I'm saying? So hop on the Republican side. You know what I'm saying? Of course, why not? You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're going to go that route, you know what I'm saying? You know, but just don't use somebody else's political speech, and then all of a sudden you're using it for leverage, and all of a sudden, boom, you get, and all of a sudden, okay, well, I just used that so I become president of the United States. So if you're gonna use somebody else's speech, okay, then why don't you join the Republican side? Okay, join the Republican side if you're gonna do that. Okay, because I'm going to tell you something. Because Trump, one, he can say America great. Okay, and also two, okay, he can say America. We can make America powerful again. Nobody can use that line. Okay, nobody. Okay, know why? Because Trump. Because right there, nobody can use that line. Okay, so, but I mean, Harris, I won't trust Harris I wouldn't even send Harris to the store with $5 because I think she may end up taking it. Okay, that's how corrupt these people are. Okay, these people are so desperate. I'm telling you. I mean, desperate as they can be. They're so desperate. Okay, but guess what? Hey, Robert Walsh is already supporting Donald Trump. Okay, the Walsh family already joined the Republican side. Okay, already. Okay, so that's Tim Walsh's brother. The family already joined the Trump side already. Because know why? Because Robert Trump said that his brother is so corrupt, he even let his city burn down. And that's how bad it was. Okay, so Tim Walsh is not a nice guy, as people are saying he is. Okay, you know, but that's everybody else's opinion. But I don't think Tim Walsh is is a nice guy. He's corrupt. Okay? He's corrupt just like Biden and Kamala Harris. Okay? You put these people in there, you're going to have open borders, you're going to have murderers coming through your yard, and then definitely you're going to have to put a fence up. Okay? Maybe a higher fence in your yard if you own a house. Okay? Because of, we don't want the same mistakes like before, okay? You know, people say, hey, we made a mistake because we voted for Biden, okay? We don't want to make that mistake twice, okay? That's a mistake that we don't want to make twice, okay? So that's why I said we need to do it right, okay? We need to vote for Donald Trump. We need to send him back to the White House. That's what we need to do. Okay? Send him back to the White House. Because you know something? Because he is the guy that will help us. Okay? He is the guy that will cut taxes across the board. He is the guy that will bring back Fracket and everything for the children. Okay? For the school. And he's also the guy that will bring back child credit, okay, and adult credit for people that deserve it, okay? That's what he said he'll do, okay? And matter of fact, okay, if you recall, JD is the one that said that too. He's that he wants to bring back the tax credit for the children, okay? He wants to bring that back, even for the young adults too, so they can have money in their pocket. So you think for a second that Kamala Harris is going to do it? She even stated that she wants to abandon Fracket. Okay, she wants to abandon it. That's what she wants to do. Okay, and And I think I even heard her say, she wanted to bring back, she wanted to do healthcare for all, okay? No. Healthcare for all, there is a lot of things behind that, okay? There's a lot of things behind it. We ain't going to give healthcare to everybody around the whole country, okay? You know what I'm saying? They want healthcare. We have mass health cards and everything. We have stored healthcare. We have all kinds. We have this everything, okay? You know, you can't do what do you call it? Healthcare for all. You can't do that, okay? You can't. So that means that means everybody that's came over the border, okay, can automatically get health care. Okay? No, we don't want that. Okay? So as soon as Trump gets back in office, November 5th, okay? As soon as he gets back there, November 5th, okay, instead of catch and release, we're going to catch and deport. That's what we're going to do. Catch and deport, because that's what we want to do. Okay? Because these people are coming over here. They're still coming over here and getting. They want houses, okay? They want cars and everything. Oh, let's give them houses. Let's give them cars. So, what you're saying is to us, okay? Okay, screw the homeless, okay, the people, but dedicate to the ones that are jumping this border, right? So screw the homeless and dedicate the ones that are jumping this border, right? That's what they're telling us. Because California, Massachusetts, Northern Massachusetts, New York City, okay? New York City, they are people sleeping in the street. So why ain't they working at the people that are sleeping in the street? Why are they so worried about illegals coming over the border? So why are they so worried about that? Okay, no, so they've been so worried about that. Maura Healey's been worried about that. Joe Biden's been worried about that. Kamala Harris has been worried about that. Mayor Paul Coogan, I don't know so much about him because I do know him, but he's a clown too sometimes, okay? So, I mean, look at this, okay? Okay? This whole country's a mess. Since Biden was in office, we don't want this to be a mess again, okay? We don't want it to be a mess the second time. We want all of them out of there. You know, dismiss, see you later, get behind the employment line, go collect unemployment. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want them to do. We want to get Trump back in office because I know that Trump is going to taxes right across the board. Gas prices are going to go down. Everything's going to go down. Okay. Unemployment rate. Okay. People that unemployment rate will go down. Okay. Right now the unemployment rate is too high. Okay. It's too high. It's way too high. Okay. People are taking advantage of it. People are abusing the unemployment rate. They're staying home and everything. I mean, you know, look at it. I work $15 an hour. Minimum wage went up. Every time that went up, boom. Okay, food prices go up. Food gouging goes up. Okay, so it's not as good as everybody thinks it is. Okay, if you think $15.80 an hour, $15 an hour is great, let me tell you something. If they ever boost that up again, guess what? Food prices are going to go through the roof again. Okay, and how are you going to feed your family? Okay, how are you going to feed your family? Okay, under the Trump administration, you would feed 20 of your families really good. Okay, under the Trump administration. Okay, so that's why we want Trump back in office, because I mean, people talk to me every single time. Hey, Dave, what's going on over here? How come we're spending $289, and we're walking out of there with 2 bags, okay, of groceries. Well, because of the Biden administration, okay, the Biden and Harris administration, okay. But under the Trump administration, you're gonna walk out of there with at least 20, 30 bags of groceries for at least $150, okay, for at least that, okay. And I've seen it happen, and it's been done. So, what time is it? It's 9:59, and just wanted to come on. I played a couple of videos. I talked a little bit about the campaign. November 5th, I'll be up there covering the actually campaign in Ward 5. So I'll be up there, and because I want to. And I want to, try to see if I can get some interviews up there, and also to see where we're at and everything too. So, but get out there November 5th. Vote for Donald J. Trump for president. We want to bring him right back to the White House again, and that's how it's going to be done. Take care, everybody. This is Dave Mead reporting live from the studio for Media News. Take care, everybody, and I will talk to you guys next time.